Addicted to You reading vlog. Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. I am in the same outfit that I am in the last clip. Hi, I know birthday boy. It's his birthday. Everybody say happy birthday, Axel. Mwah. My empath of a dog. He's the biggest lover boy. Look at him. Anyways, you don't care about Axel. Maybe you do. But anyways, I want to come on here and say this is going to be Addicted to You Callaway series. No, I'm only reading, and you're gonna come along with me, see my thoughts, my feelings. I might have a new book boyfriend, maybe not, but we'll see. And yeah, that's about it. And I hope you enjoy. If you hear me mention anything about my husband picking a book, this was originally supposed to be that, and he picked Throne of Glass, and I just really wanted to give Throne of Glass a fair shot, and I'm just not in the mood to read fantasy, so then I picked up Addicted to You, and I was thoroughly shocked, thoroughly pleased. So please stay tuned and hear my thoughts and my feelings, and I'm pretty sure I said that, but I hope you enjoy. Oh my goodness, besties, I totally forgot to tell you. I'm either gonna add this in the beginning or in the end of this video, but please know that this book involves addiction. So please read the trigger warnings if there's trigger warnings. If not, let me be your trigger warning. This does involve addiction and struggling with addiction. Both of our main characters have addiction, so please go into this knowing that. I didn't know that, but luckily I don't struggle with addiction, but trust me, I have my own struggles. But just so you know, just in case that is a trigger for you, how our besties. Till next time. So I only filmed this like 12 times. I'm not angry. Everything's fine over here. Everything's fine. Oh, the lighting's kind of crap, but we're rolling with the punches here. So I'm now 17% into Addicted to You. And I'm just like, sign me up, Lo, sign me up. He is very, very attractive. Does he have a drinking problem? Clearly, and Lily clearly knows that. And she's fine with it. I'm fine with it. Even though alcohol has been a big part of my life. And, you know, I have close people to me who have problems with alcohol. And it's not pretty. And I hope we get to see him evolve and work on himself and get healthy for himself. I don't want to see him get healthy and change his addiction for someone else. That's not going to stick. We all know that's not going to stick. But this also is fiction, so I can't be expecting much. But I'm enjoying it. I'm not mad at it. I feel like the chapters are a bit long for me, or maybe I'm just reading it super slow. Who knows? Could be a little bit mixture of both. Talk about secondhand embarrassment. What just happened in this book? I couldn't imagine. Poor Lily. So Lily has a sex addiction. So she's in class right now, college. And she pulled up an adult website and started watching a video during class. And then she exits out of it, or like pauses the video and starts taking notes. And the video starts to play out loud, and she can't get it to stop. And everyone's just staring at her, and she's like, oops, I got a virus on my computer. I got a virus on my computer. Oh, shit. No. And then the professor's like, I want to talk to you after class. And the professor just gave her a slap on the hand and was like, that happens again, then I'm going to tell everybody they can't take notes on their laptops anymore. They're going to have to do pen and paper. So I would make sure that virus doesn't happen again. And she's like, you got it. Could you imagine? I couldn't. Oh my God. I would have had the same reaction. She like, when she gets embarrassed, she turns red, and I do the same thing. And so it's like, everyone knew how embarrassed she was because she can't hide getting red, you know? And I have that same problem. So whenever I was in high school or just school in general and I had to do presentations, and I'll get nervous and I'll get red, and people be like, why is your face red? Why are you judging? Why are you looking? Just kidding. I hope I didn't pass on that gene for my daughter, because that just made it worse when people pointed out. Like, just ignore it. Like, I know my face is red. I can feel it. So let's just not point it out. I think I grew out of it quite a bit since getting older now, but that just like, oh, I felt for Lily, because I have the same issue. If I get embarrassed, my face turns red. So there's a little update. I'm gonna start reading again because that was very interesting and I want to see what happens next. Okay. I just got done reading chapter 10 and that was chapter 9. I just got to chapter 10. That was so sad. But the authors, plural, did a beautiful job at causing a flashback. I haven't read anything of a flashback like that. Normally it goes from like past to present, like POVs, but this was like she was genuinely having a flashback in the moment of her and Lo at 14. And that was, wow, it was beautiful and it was sad. Very sad. But so far, so good. And by the way, I'm noticing this book is only one POV, and it's Lily's. I would really like to get Lo's point of view, just so I can see how he's feeling about her sexapades and like her addiction and how that bothers him. Because I feel like if I was Lo, I would have a hard time dealing with my supposedly girlfriend just sleeping around. And you can tell if there's tension between them, that they want to be together, of course. I just would have a really hard time with it, versus like Lily, like she just has to worry about him possibly not waking up in the morning because he's drinking himself into oblivion. But I feel like I would be less paranoid with an alcoholic that I'm in love with versus a person who's addicted to adult activities. I don't know, they're both double-edged sword. They're both horrible. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm only 24% of the way in. 24. Wants to zoom in. The little one's probably gonna get up here in the next, hopefully 20 minutes, because that's how much I have left on this chapter. And the chapters are wavering in length, like by a lot. Normally, you know, other books I get like one long chapter and the rest are short, or short, medium, short, medium, short, medium, or all consistent with being long chapters. There's no consistency in the chapters. That's a me problem. I love short chapters. I swear I read faster when they're short, because then I can justify just one more chapter, versus if I'm laying in bed and I see 17 minutes left in a chapter, I'm gonna be like, oh, fine line. But I'm gonna try to get this 17-minute chapter in before the little gets up. And yeah, I'll let you know if I have any more thoughts or feelings. But the last chapter kind of wrecked me emotionally. And it wasn't even like that much information, but the situation was just freaking sad. I didn't expect it to be kind of a deep book. I thought it was gonna be something fun, like, oh, he's an alcoholic, she's a sex addict. But I should have realized there would be more to it than that. There's a reason why there's such a big fandom behind this series. Okay. this book might be the death of me. Another beautiful moment of young Lily and young Lo. I'm loving the like flashbacks. I'm loving them. Only problem is I want more. I want more. It just sucked that I had to wait until, I mean, I'm not very far into the book. It just felt like it took forever to get to where I'm at. I'm only 27% in. I would say like 25% is when you get the first like flashback to understand why the flashback happened, because she hit rock bottom and Lo was like, we promised each other we had to have a limit with our addiction, and I think you hit your limit and you exceeded it. Like, girly pop, let me help you. And you know, and she did the same thing for him, and the flashback was of him at his rock bottom and the scenes that played out from that. And so it was cool to see her rock bottom versus like his rock bottom. They're very similar in a sense, but also different because they have different addictions. And you can see she's just so frustrated at herself and so upset at herself, and it's just like, girl, it's addiction for a reason. I deal with a lot of people I know deal with addiction, and I know it's so easy to take the blame and yell at yourself, but at the same time you gotta give yourself grace. And I just want her to tell her, like, it's okay to mess up. It's okay, Lily, but you just gotta keep getting back up. It's okay if you slip. You're gonna stand up. You're not gonna fall. Like, it's okay. And I want to cry. I thought this was gonna be cute and fluffy. I did. LOL, jokes on me. Oh, but this next chapter is actually 32 minutes long. Little Miss is actually still sleeping from me finishing that last chapter, so I might try to get like half of this through, and then I actually need to get her up. But at the same time, she is growing, so she wants to sleep. She needs to sleep. Happy Tuesday for me. Happy whatever day it is for you. I am now, let's see, I believe I'm like 50% into Addicted to You, the Callaway series. Exactly 51%. Little update. So we know that they're both addicts in some sense. Let me just get you guys closer. Let's chat. So we know that they both are addicts of some sense. He's addicted to alcohol, she's addicted to sex. And what I find really shocking about this book is that this follows her POV, Lily's POV, so we get to see all of her struggles, like internally and physically and mentally and all that fun stuff. I expected this book to be like more on the spicy end, which obviously I would read this if you're like 18 and up, or just like, I don't know how else to say it, because she's a sex addict. That being said, we know her struggles, we know what her fixes are. If she can't physically be with someone, she resorts to online. And where was I going with this? What I was going with this is that I'm really shocked by how like not spicy it is. Yeah, she talks about her going on adult websites, her trying to find men to hook up with, and then now her and that MMC are now like trying to work things out between them. And to see when they have adult time together, it's very non-descriptive. It's like, okay, we are making out, okay, we're doing this, and then all of a sudden the chapter ends and then you start at a new hour or a new day completely, which I find that very interesting. So I feel like if she wasn't addicted to sex and it was just her being normal, are we all really normal? It was her normal and her her watching Lo struggle with alcohol. This book probably wouldn't be spicy at all. This would probably be all closed door romance. So I just find that so interesting. But it's still pretty heavy. We are now, well, we are about to go to a Halloween party. And fun fact, Lo's birthday is on Halloween. So it's a Halloween / birthday outing. And Lily hasn't been able to go out in the public since her and Lo are trying a monogamous relationship together. So it's been like 3 weeks and she's like stir crazy. Like, I understand that I have my addiction and you have yours, but like, I need to get out of this house. Like, let's celebrate your birthday, please, and let's get out of this house. And he's like, okay. And she's like, I haven't done anything triggering. Well, she's done things that trigger her addiction just because she literally needs to have her fix every single day or multiple times a day, but she hasn't gone outside of Lo. And she's like, come on, like, do you not trust me? In reality, it's like he doesn't trust himself. So it's quite interesting why, because I feel like if I was him, I would be very insecure. I'd be like, where are you all the time? Well, are you in class? Are you really in class? Like, what's going on? Why aren't you home? Blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it's like almost the situations are reversed. She's very insecure and he's insecure of himself, not of her. So I'm gonna get reading before I have to go back to work. This chapter is 40 minutes long. These chapters, I already told you how long. They're very long chapters, and I am struggling. I just feel like I would have been done with this book already if the chapters weren't so long. And I do get confused with the sisters. I feel like there's not enough info for me to separate the 3 other sisters, because there's 4 Calloway sisters. There's Lily, Daisy, Rose, and Poppy. They're all flowers, but I know Daisy's the youngest. I don't know where Lily falls. I don't know which one Poppy and Rose are. I can't distinguish Poppy and Rose. So that's a me problem, or it might be a universal problem with this book. But I am only 50% in, but I just get agitated when the sisters get introduced into a chapter, like she's having a conflict or she's talking to one of her sisters and I can't tell which one it is. And I'm like, which one is this? The one with the kid, the one without the kid, or the baby sister? And I know baby sister's only like 15. Okay, I need to stop talking. I need to get into reading. Let's go. Little update. I'm on about halfway done with this big ass chapter. Lo is pissing me off. He's pissing me off just because he's hitting on her addiction so badly that it's just so rude. Like, she's not doing the same to him. She is internally, but she's not saying it flat out to him, and she knows she can't do anything to help him fight his addiction. Like, there's nothing she can do with out of her hands, which is true. And so they're at a party and he, like, this is gonna be a spoiler, but not really. So skip if you need to skip, not a welcome to the party. So they're at this Halloween party and he finds a cabinet with all the expensive liquor. He picks the lock, gets the alcohol, and she's just like, whatever. Lo's gonna be Lo and I'm just gonna be here. And so she's like, hey, you wanna go to the bathroom? So she can get her fill too. Like, okay, which makes sense. Like, he's getting his addiction itched. Why can't she? Period. And he's like, what? And she's like, let's go to the bathroom. And he's like, well, didn't I satisfy you earlier? And she was like, well, I mean, yeah, but not, if you read this book, you know Lily needs to have her addiction sated multiple times a day. But let me find what I just read that really triggered me. She told him like, oh, but we've only done it in the apartment or in the yacht. And he was like, is that something you have to have? He asked. I didn't think location was a big fucking deal. Like, excuse you. She should have said the same thing back, because he's out here fucking picking locks. It just triggered me that he gets to say so many unsolicited, like, backhanded, rude things to her, and she doesn't say anything about his addiction. Like, she goes into the room and he's passed out drunk, like, can't even move. Like, she has to, like, drag him to the bathroom and shower him and, like, strip his clothes down, the whole 9 yards. But, like, with her addiction, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do anything. She's not altering, like, herself. She's not getting drunk or on drugs. Like, she's sober when she's doing her sex addict things. And it just, I thought he was gonna be my next book boyfriend, but here I am wanting to punch him. Like, you're rude. And I know that's the alcohol talking. Like, I know I've been around many alcohol addicts in my life, and I know as soon as those drinks, there's like a buzz, and then once you're past the buzz, it's all downhill. It's not fun. It's not fun for the people around you. And so I think that's where he's at, and I just feel so bad for her. I'm like, girl, just leave. I don't care if you cheat on him at this point. Like, just leave. This is not cool for him to shit on your addiction when you don't shit on his. Like, you're very open field, like, okay, we both have our problems and let's both work on them together, and you're working on yours by being in a monogamous relationship, but he's not working on his. He's out here picking locks so he can have his fix, because beer and wine don't cut it for him. He needs bougie liquor. He needs bougie scotch and the bougie whiskey, like super rare or aged for a long time, whatever it may be. He needs that. And I'm just like, I don't care if it's his birthday. He doesn't need to be freaking rude. I don't care, because you're out here looking like this while he picks a lock. I'm mad. If you can't tell, I'm mad. I'm gonna get back into it. Hopefully it doesn't trigger me, and hopefully he apologizes and being like, you know what, that was so rude and I'm sorry. Let's go to the bathroom. That's what I want Mo to do. That's what I want. Will he do it? I don't know. I'll find out. Okay, besties, I am back. This is my final thoughts and feelings about Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. That was an unexpected heavy read. I cried. I cried last night. The ending was happy but sad in a sense. You're happy for them for getting the help they majorly need, but sad because of what happened at the end. I don't want to completely give it away. I ended up grading it 4 stars. It is on Kindle Unlimited right now. I'm not sure if it's always been, if it will stay there, what the deal is, because, you know, on Kindle Unlimited, books come and leave. But yeah, thanks for joining me on my reading Addicted to You, the Calloway sisters, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pick up book 2, but I have a 24-hour reading vlog coming to you next, so you'll probably see my thoughts and feelings on that. So stay tuned. Please like and subscribe, and in the description below I'll leave all my other social medias. Thank you, besties. Till next time.